Hey, what's going on, you prolific pornification hounds? Welcome to Grunt Speak Live, your source for the inebriated truth in a world gone to pot. I'm Toxic Male. That's Terrence Pop.
Hey, how y'all doing? I got to turn my phone off. I fucked up.
He's got prostitutes calling him. Prostitutelage is calling him right now.
I don't.
$20 up front, 50 around the world.
Shut the fuck up, man.
She likes old man tits.
Oh God! Stop, man! Stop!
It's my job to give you shit, bro. I'm just saying.
I gotcha.
Welcome to the show. It's Thought Thursday, and probably people wonder why we're talking about vegans. You'll find out. We're not going to get there quite yet.
No. But listen, I'm fucking getting tired of them preaching to me. They're almost as bad as the CrossFit people.
CrossFit people. I hadn't even thought about them, but I remember my first encounter with a bona fide vegan. She was a lady of the evening, escort. And I went to high school with her. She invited me out to lunch and later complained when I went Dutch. Crazy bitch. But then I explained to her the joke about veganism and Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Mm-hmm. Being vegan just makes you better than most people. And I'm like, ha, 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 that movie was great. She's like, you know, it really does.
No, it doesn't.
No.
And we'll get into the reasons later on.
Yeah, well, but first, leftoids can't even leftoid properly. California has already asked residents to stop charging their electric cars on a strained grid the week after passing a law to ban gas-powered cars by 2035.
I know. Like, what? All right, they are so far in the hole that. Yeah, you're totally correct. All right, so they are at a huge. They have a huge amount of debt.
Just a bit.
And they're losing their tax base because people are leaving the state.
Yeah, it's a mass exodus.
And so are businesses.
And that's why Gavin Newsom has become more and more of a tyrant. I'm going to make you pay state taxes even after you move, because that's going to hold up in court.
Good luck with that.
He's such an idiot.
Yeah. But, but that's what they want for this entire country.
Yep.
They want you to sit in your house, eat the bugs, and own nothing and be happy. Fuck that.
Exactly. And that's kind of where the veganism thing comes in. It's they want you on diets specifically to turn you into slaves to various industries. Or slaves to the state in the case of Cuckafornistan.
Yeah. And like, all these electric cars, do you know that almost, 70% of them aren't even functioning, the recharging stations?
Well, yeah.
They've been shut down.
They're coal-powered. They're not electric.
Yeah, they're coal. Yeah, it's so stupid. So, okay, you drive around depositing CO2 everywhere else. Then you get the electric car, and you're not doing that anymore.
Oh,
but now the CO2 is coming out of a smokestack powered by coal.
Well, if I don't see it, then it doesn't exist.
That's exactly how
that's
think.
Only applicable in Pop's Guide to Anti-Road Rage, which I learned driving us to Philadelphia.
Yes.
We're driving down the road, and there's this guy pissing me off. He's like swerving in and out of lanes, and we finally pass him. Like, once he's behind us, he no longer exists.
That's my Zen thinking.
It works.
Yeah.
It really does. And I'm in the car now with my family. Some people, yeah. Finally pass him up at the light. It's okay. He no longer exists. My boy's like, he's right back there. He doesn't exist.
In my head, he's not there anymore. Yeah, because listen, some people, like, they get angry at something during the day, and it fucking sticks with them all day long, and it grows and grows, and they go home and they yell at their wife or something or whatever.
Yeah.
They yell at their wife, kick the dog. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, there was like a whole skit on How I Met Your Mother about the ass chewing scale and how it goes from the top of the corporation down to the people at home, from the guy who can't yell at anybody at work.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, they're absolutely correct.
I see it all the time. My mom used to get it from my dad when he came home.
Oh, yeah.
I'd come home, and scooping him high and got my ice cream. He's sitting at the counter bitching about it. And like, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, sure you are. Nothing going on here. Nothing to see.
I'm totally fine. Don't worry about it. But
Yeah, he was on to me, but he also knew that I wasn't stupid.
that's good.
Well, not clinically.
Well, if you weren't fucking your life up and you were, passing your grades,
Yeah, it was an all-A student, so.
and then you weren't doing it in front of him, then hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Now, I personally would have smoked your bags, but that's just me.
Yeah, I graduated 10th in my class, and the guy who graduated 9th was the biggest pothead in school.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Bill?
And you both would have been PT studs.
I already was at that point. I was in martial arts. I was getting my ass smoked like 3 times a week.
I was just saying. I'll turn you into a triathlete.
Still got to get rid of this pudge, man.
Oh, my God.
Do they honestly think that this is going to work? I know that there are a lot of people out there who are stupid enough to think that this is sustainable. This is sustainable energy. That they don't understand where electricity comes from.
Nope.
They don't understand where the batteries are made, how it's done with forced and child labor overseas.
I just sent you that article about the 10 things they don't want you to know about
Electric cars.
Electric cars.
Oh, yeah, should I look that up right
look it
now?
up
We
right
can
now.
we can rip into that. Why the hell not?
See if it's there.
Electric cars.
Electric cars.
Do.
Not to be.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find another time.
All right.
10 facts electric vehicle advocates don't want you to
There
know.
we go.
There it is. All right, let's check this out. I don't even know if we're allowed to use this kind of a source on YouTube.
Why?
Oh, it's PJ Media. Oh, Russian disinformation.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, EVs are powered by fossil fuels. No.
Yeah.
That's why we call them coal-powered.
Yep.
Coal, oil, natural gas create about 60% of a nation's electrical grid, while nuclear power accounts for nearly 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Batteries of EVs rely on cobalt. An estimated 70% of the global supply of cobalt emanates from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, a country with deplorable working conditions, especially for children.
I've never been down there, but I've heard it's absolutely reprehensible.
Yep. A study released earlier this year by an environmental group showed that nearly 1/3 of San Francisco's electric charging stations are non-functioning.
I thought it was 70%. All right.
Let's see. Supporters of the California law admit there will be a 40% increase in demand for electricity, adding further strain to the grid and requiring increased costs for power and infrastructure. Or you could just move out of the state and tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, and they're not going to be able to afford that.
No. 5, according to one researcher, the strain of adding an EV is similar to adding 1 or 2 air conditioners to your home, except an EV requires power year-round. 6, 20 million American families, or 1 in 6, have fallen behind on their electric bills, the highest amount ever. Bidenomics. This country is better than it's ever been, says the affirmative action hire who likes to munch rug.
Yep.
7, utility companies will need to add 5,800 in upgrades for every new EV for the next 8 years in order to compensate for the demand for power. All customers will shoulder this cost. Average price of an electric vehicle is currently $66,000, up more than 13% in just the last year, costing an average of $18,000 more than the average combustible engine. Meanwhile, the median household income is $67,521. For African American families, the average is $45,870, and for Hispanics, $55,321.
So nobody can afford this shit.
No. I love that. You can't afford gas? Well, buy an electric car, you dingus.
Yeah. Did you see that receipt for a new battery pack for a Chevy Volt?
Well, how much does that one cost? I heard about the guy with the Tesla who blew the car up rather than replace the battery.
Yeah, it was almost $30,000.
$30,000.
Yep.
Wow. Just buy another car. Or you can buy several used cars, and then you're good for years, as long as you keep them up. 2022 study found that the majority of EV charging occurs at home, leaving those who live in multifamily dwellings at a real disadvantage for charging. 10, the same study also noted that many drivers charge their EVs overnight when solar power is less available on the grid.
Boom.
China. All this is a gambit to send more automobile manufacturing to China.
Yep.
And probably Afghanistan at some point, because they do have a lot of the same rare earth minerals that are going to be required to keep this shitty pipe dream
It's not
going.
just Afghanistan. It's all the stands are loaded with crazy minerals.
Those damn states.
And I have no idea why Russia abandoned them, because they literally left like hundreds of billions of dollars in the earth.
I
They're
have no
fucking
idea.
idiots.
Makes
But-
no sense to me.
All right. Sorry.
Come on. California, Stan, really? You think this is gonna fly?
Well, no, nothing's going to fly because they're not going to allow jet engines either, right?
Pigs will fly before this shit flies.
Correct. Now listen, listen. I understand. The climate is what the climate is. It's always been changing.
Always.
But I'll be the first to admit we humans are some filthy motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
All right. We don't have no responsibility for our trash. In fact, we have so little respect for our environment. Everything you buy at the grocery store comes in disposable packaging.
Which is ridiculous.
Yes.
And it really cracks me up. The people who pushed plastic everything forever are now pretending to get on this environmentalist bandwagon. And the reason why they said go to plastic everything and start recycling is because, well, paper, it's not sustainable. We got to save the rainforest. Now those same people want paper straws in the restaurants and movie theaters.
And you know what? If you want to, you can make all the paper you ever need from hemp fibers.
Yep.
You can make toilet paper, clothes. They can even turn it into they say Ford did it, and he said it was a direct competition to fiberglass.
Yeah.
It was even a little cheaper and easier.
Wasn't the Declaration of Independence written on hemp paper?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's one of the most robust, sustainable plants in the world, and it can grow in conditions that are insane.
Yeah, and all of the sailing ships, the head rope was all hemp rope. Where the fuck do you think that came from?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you grow these plants, and people who use CBD oil. Okay, just public service announcement here. Do not buy it at gas stations. Do not buy it anywhere where they can't tell you where it's from, because if it's really cheap, it's going to come from China or Russia. Mm-hmm. In China, they plant it in their tobacco fields. One of the reasons hemp is so robust is because it can basically soak up and use virtually anything in the ground as fuel to make it grow. Mm-hmm. Tobacco plants, not sure if you know, they're kind of cancerous. That can cause problems in humans. And then in Russia, they're planting it at Chernobyl to pull the radioactivity out of the ground. And then they sell that hemp to manufacturers over here to make cheap CBD for you.
That is insidious.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, cool. Good on them.
I'm so healthy. What do you mean I got cancer? Oh, it's just Russian CBD. Oh, that's great.
I'm just saying it's ingenious and insidious. I have to tip my hat as an evil genius.
Got Chernobyl in my balls.
I totally I respect, mad respect.
Radioactive cack. Shit's gonna fall off.
What the fuck are you
Don't forget to dilate your puss holes.
Oh.
Transformers.
That's disgusting.
Fake thoughts in disguise.
Yeah, this next one's gonna be
Speaking of things in disguise, we're really drastically shifting gears here, but this is too funny not to talk about. I make jewelry out of semen. Sailors, totally. But the process literally stinks. Talk about a pearl necklace. I love the first sentence of the article. Get a load of this.
I wonder if she collected that the hard way.
That's very, very possible. Or, she drips it right out of the warehouse.
Oh, my Lord.
Clay sculptor and jeweler Amanda Booth revealed last month she makes what she calls jizzy jewelry in 2021 after someone commented on one of her TikToks, asking whether she ever considered using man juice in her creations. After the half-joking post about the request on Facebook, Booth and her husband began receiving actual requests. Who are these sick sons of bitches?
That's disgusting.
I want a cum necklace.
Yeah, well,
why?
I know. I don't get it. I think it's just stupid.
Hundreds of clients have messaged her asking for special pieces.
Well, hang on. So we have now devolved as a civilization where people are making jewelry out of spunk. That's just so crazy that is.
The leftoids love kids so much, it's not enough to just become maps. They got to caramelize them and wear them around their neck.
Well, they already, cut them up in the wound and sell their pieces and parts.
Oh, God. Fresh samples are one thing, but when they've been in the mail for a while, I mean, it smells like semen. You know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean.
No, that's just disgusting.
I assume it would be, it wouldn't quite be on par as like a Pringles can that was delayed in the mail. Not that we would know about that.
Hey. That's not with Comedy Gold, man. It had to happen. I told him I was going to do it. I keep my word, man.
It looks like clay and cocaine. I don't know, maybe a combination of both. It must be dehydrated and powdered and then added to wearable clay beads or trinkets. I would say that's enough of a trinket all by itself.
All right, so they add to clay beads, right?
Yeah. And
they have to fire said beads, right?
Yes.
All right, so that organic molecules that make up that stuff, that's a kiln is like 2,000 degrees. All of the organic matter will be gone.
Pretty much.
All that's left is a porcelain bead.
So it's essentially just kink jewelry,
more
than it's actually you're wearing a pearl necklace, if you know what I mean.
This is nothing more than glorified clay beads that have been fired.
Oh,
porcelain beads.
The comments have been fantastic here. Oh, my God, I love your bracelet. What is it? My unborn children.
Nice.
That's Redonkulas. That's why we're talking about it. Imagine 75 years from now finding a necklace at Goodwill and not knowing it has this in it.
Well, it won't because it's already cremated out. I mean, literally, it's.
If it's fired in a kiln, I mean, I'm looking at this here, and it looks like she's just using the modeling clay because some modeling clay, once it dehydrates, can harden, and you don't have to do the kiln firing. So.
All right. Why you got to take? I got to take it away from me, man.
If I wasn't here to fuck with you, no one else would be. Just saying.
All right.
King Dong Eater.
Oh, God damn it. Shut the fuck up.
So, if your old lady asks you for a necklace this year, this is another place you can go get one. Give her a little bit of your love to wear at all times.
Now, okay, before we go to the next one, I just want to tell you, I had a little bit of a row with a vegan who watches the show on one of the comments.
Oh, no.
And, I mean, they just don't listen to reason.
No.
Everything they do is right?
Of course.
And they literally conduct themselves like a cult. And they're almost as bad as the CrossFit cult.
Well, the reason why they refuse to swallow the red pill is because it's really hard to fit yet another pill into their exorbitant diet of supplements.
Yeah. I mean, listen, this is the way I look at it. A cow eats all fucking day, like 16 hours a day. All it does is walk around and eat. And it has to do that just to get all the nutrients it needs to be, to live.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have all fucking day to eat nuts and berries and twigs and go fucking, foraging or what have you.
Your ex had all day to eat nuts and twigs and berries.
Allegedly, of course.
Oh, what happened to my sound?
What happened to the sound?
I don't know. It's so weird.
But anyway.
I think I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Hang on. Yep, that was the problem. The output was gone. So to rehash.
All right.
We threw this one together tonight pretty quick. So boomer moment. Don't judge me.
It is what it is. Hey, look, you had to go see your kid do soccer, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Totally respect that.
He's getting a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
The practices are not making perfect, but they're making a better player. We do have some chats on YouTube that are relevant to the prior subject here. Here's to tripling your income from Chris. Keep up the excellent work, guys. Thank you very much. And Deadly Raver says, random person, that's some nice jewelry. Where'd you get it from? D's nuts.
D's nuts.
Polska Bob says, plus 20 homo suspicion points for finding that article. I did not find it. A fan did and sent it to us.
Correct.
And Sodally Tober sent in $10 with a flying, it kind of looks like a green grimace from McDonald's emoji wearing a red cape. Fantastic. But I want to know from you guys, let us know in the chat, what are your personal experiences with the Vegunts? We're going to call them Vegunts because that's what they are. Not all of them. You know, there's
I prefer the word vunt.
the Vunt.
Yeah, vegan cunts.
Yeah. Vegunts. Just
I'm
kind of
lazy.
smashes it
I
together.
push words together. I don't care. Damn vunts.
So why are we covering veganism, vegunts, on a
Because
Thought Thursday? Because it's a chick thing.
well, just think about this right here. It's one, it's a chick thing, and number two, they literally want to have this for everyone.
Yep.
I mean, what do you think the Green New Deal is? You think it's just we're getting rid of fossil fuels? No, they want to remodel everything to their sick, twisted fucking viewpoint.
Why do you think Bill Gates is buying up a bunch of farmland?
Mm-hmm.
It's not because he's concerned about the environment. It's because he wants to control what people eat, and he wants to keep the meat, the good stuff, for the upper class.
And when I was in grade school, we had 4 kids when I was between 3rd and 5th grade, right? Were from Russia,
Yeah.
right? And you could tell they looked gaunt and all fucked up, right? And one of them literally is like, my mother had to get a prescription so I could get meat to eat. That's how fucked up it was over there.
That's weird.
That's why his family fucking left fucking Russia and came here.
Yeah.
So
And probably the most annoying thing about vegans that I can think of is that, well, I suppose it's a leftoid thing in general. They identify as vegan. Therefore, they have to make sure to drop it into conversation with every new person they meet. And even if they've known you for a long time, they'll feel free to work it into the discussion every time you see them.
yeah, and listen, I've had a few friends of mine that went vegan, and you go to a restaurant, and they're like, "Well, I'm just not getting anything." Why? Because they cook. If I order something and it's vegan, it'll be cooked in a dish.
Yeah.
That cooked meat. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Get the hell away from me. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, it's so freaking just the self-righteousness of it. And I tried to date a vegan for like 5 minutes. Try picking a restaurant with a vegan.
It's impossible.
I implore you to avoid it at all costs. But if you're up for a little bit of sadomasochistic fun,
Yeah.
I guess you can go
Now,
for it.
don't get me wrong. You know, I've had friends that went to the vegan diet for, 4, 5, 6 months for health reasons.
Yeah.
But you can't do it forever. I mean, we are designed to eat vegetable matter and animals. If we weren't good, if we weren't meant to eat animals, we wouldn't be so fucking good at killing them, God damn it.
Yeah, we wouldn't have these things called canines that are deliberately designed for ripping and shredding meat off the bone.
Here's another thing they don't know. Like, a lot of primates will hunt and kill and eat meat.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched National Geographic about those chimpanzee hunts.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that is some fucking scary,
Yeah,
evil
that is
shit right there.
Yeah, apparently they weren't paying attention during The Lion King as a kid, and they thought that was just a dramatization for the sake of entertainment. No, that shit happens all the time.
And here's another problem I've noticed. And listen, I'm not a nutritionist, but I know a lot about, my voodoo medicine. And I use a lot of herbs, and, I do vary my diet. But
it's a pill meal.
yeah. The thing is, you got to have bioavailability of the protein that you eat. That means the protein that you eat, your body breaks it down and creates all kinds of hormones and cholesterol and other things your body needs to work. All right, you can get a lot of that from a vegetable source, but the bioavailability is much lower.
Yeah.
So if I go down and I eat, a 10 or 12 ounce steak, that's pretty much enough protein for the rest of the day, and I'll be fine. To just get the same amount of protein, I got to eat an insane amount of fucking vegetables and shit.
Yeah.
I don't have all day to do that. I'm sorry. I got shit to do. I got a plan. I'm trying to plan to take over the world. I mean, god damn.
Of course.
I don't have time to sit around and fucking eat just huge bushels of fucking vegetable matter.
No.
All right. Sorry.
It's lame. It's lame. And, I think Jimmy Bones knocks this right out of the park, and I know exactly what he's talking about. Because, even though I couldn't pick a restaurant with this vegan chick, she let me slap my meat right on her grill. Vegan chicks lie on themselves all the time. They get meat slapped on their grill all the time. They sit on a throne of lies.
That's brilliant, Jimmy.
He's absolutely correct.
I don't know. I'm just sick of these. All right. Let's just move along.
Women make up 79% of vegans.
And guess what that means?
Wow.
And we've talked about this before on the show. When your woman goes on a diet,
You're
you go
on a diet.
So if your woman goes vegan, guess what you are? You're a fucking vegan who eats hot dogs at Home Depot in between, so he like, I know lots of guys like, yeah, my wife went vegetarian.
Yeah. It was like my grandpa when he would go hunting up north with the family. All right. Wasn't allowed to eat certain things at home. He had to have the bran cereal for breakfast because he's got to stay regular and all that. When he's up north, with the grandkids and then the son-in-law, he could drink beer without getting bitched at. So I'd be like asleep on the couch in the front room because I'd pull out sofa bed. It'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning. You'd hear,
That's right.
"Hi, Papa." Just roll back over and go to sleep. I knew exactly who it was.
Yeah, he's getting a beer.
But you have no idea just how correct you are. If she's a vegan, you're a vegan, even if it is catastrophically dangerous to your health, like an infant, for example.
Or a young child.
Vegan mom Sheila O'Leary sentenced to life in prison for 18-month-old son's starvation death. She forced this kid to eat nothing but raw fruits and vegetables and breast milk. That's it.
Wow.
And at 18 months old, he weighed as much as a healthy 7-month-old child. Yeah.
That's disgusting. And,
It is
reprehensible.
Yep.
I just can't get behind this. Listen, like a lot of the craziness we have going on now in the Western world is we're going against nature.
Yeah.
All right. Nature, there's 2 sexes, thus there's 2 genders.
Yeah. And then never mind. Just let's just hack all our shit off. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
I know.
Won't be any cancers or infections. Your depression will totally go away.
But the thing is,
I promise.
you go against what you're designed to do, it's not going to end well.
Yep.
We're designed to eat a variety of shit. And sometimes when you're hungry enough, in the past, we ate shit. That's just the way it works.
Ugh. Hey, some people are into that.
Well, all right. Look,
Those guys in the motor pool with the German scat porn, I'm just saying.
Way back in the day when they found a bunch of Neanderthal bones in some caves in France. All right. And a lot of those bones, the meat was scraped off with tools. And you know why that is? Because they need to eat fucking meat.
Amen.
When he got no fucking meat, he's dead. Fuck. All right. Now, I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying it has happened in the past.
It is what it is. Ugh. Back to the story here. Oh, my gosh.
There we go.
So her sentencing was delayed 4 times. She was also handed down 2 30-year sentences for aggravated child abuse and aggravated manslaughter of a child.
Is this in America?
Yeah.
Okay.
An additional 5-year term for child abuse and neglect to be served concurrently.
She's never getting out of there.
No, it doesn't say. Florida. Germany or Florida? Why? Always. Germany or Florida. Don't understand it. And her husband remains in jail awaiting the same charges. But yeah, they don't understand anything about dietary health.
Nope.
And they think that it's going to be totally fine long term. They obviously have never heard of Lear Keith. I actually, if you go to Redonkulas.com, I'll bring it up here. So you guys can take a look. There's a testimony from a former vegan. A vegan diet permanently destroyed my health. She's been on Louder with Crowder. This is a different interview. It's about an hour long, but I definitely encourage you, put it on the background, give it a listen. It's definitely worth the time.
Now, yeah. It's a shame that that dude, the father of that kid that got starved to death, didn't, issue out a 5-fingered pause button
Yeah.
and actually feed the kid properly.
That would have been smart.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice. But no, he didn't do that. Apparently, he was along for the ride. And I mentioned the breastfeeding part.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that if you're vegan and you breastfeed, you can still kill your baby. Vegan breastfeeding caused an 11-month-old baby to die, and the parents are charged with neglect after an autopsy indicated the baby suffered from severe deficiencies in vitamins B12 and A. These are both nutrients critical to a child's development and sorely lacking in a vegan diet.
And you know where you get B12, right?
Meat! Exactly.
Dumbasses.
B12 is crucial to brain development.
All your nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it all revolves around that. And here's another thing, too. Kids are very resilient, right? So for you to starve a child to death, you got to really work at it, all right? And, I don't know. As a young guy, I didn't eat well, but I did manage to thrive still. And I lived on hamburgers and what have you, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
My mother would go to work, and I had to make my own dinner, which is usually a hamburger made in a Presto burger grill.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. And, I loved it. But I don't know, man. There's just so much shit. And you know what? To be honest, there would have been vitamin B12 in this breast milk if she'd ate some fucking meat.
Yeah.
Red meat.
I mean, doctors tell these women, it says right here, doctors strongly advise against nursing mothers and growing children following a vegan diet.
Mm-hmm.
They've been advised to take B12 supplements as long-term, veganism runs the huge risk of serious B12 deficiency as well as other nutrients only found in animal foods such as true vitamin A. Mm-hmm. Beta-carotene is not true vitamin A, nor does it easily convert to adequate amounts of it in the body to sustain optimal health.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah. Traditional cultures took great care to ensure pregnant and breastfeeding mothers consumed ample amounts of animal foods rich in vitamins A, D, E, K2, and of course B12. These foods include grass-fed butter, pasteurized eggs, liver, seafood, and fish eggs. Notice that not one of these traditionally sacred foods is plant-based.
Correct.
All sources available on Redonkulas.com. And there's 666 people watching. Okay, now it's 669.
Okay.
Much
All right,
better.
Much better.
I could go for 6 of those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't go to 71.
Yeah, you don't
69 with 2 fingers up your ass. If you get up to like 72 and 73, you probably got the pride pox.
Yeah.
It's quite disgusting. You might like some Neapolitan ice cream, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there was a gay porn guy caught the monkeypox on his face.
I know. We saw that video.
Oh, my
it's
God.
so disgusting.
And we're all like, yeah, we know how you got that.
Yeah, a little bit. Somebody was eating the rump roast.
And here's another thing. They gave monkeypox to that damn dog. Like, what the fuck?
You fucking Frenchies, man. Like, okay, 2 things, all right? Actually, 3. Stop surrendering all the time. 2, garlic is not a cologne. 3, don't fuck your dogs.
That's right. And stop eating horses.
You said that horses were too gamey or something like that. Or like it's too tough.
They eat horse meat in France.
These Frenchies, man, you're some strange people.
Yeah, look, I mean, I get it. You can't eat horse meat. I got it.
Yeah.
But it's a taboo. It's like eating dog meat. That's just not good.
No.
Eating a dog to me is like low-grade cannibalism. I can't do it.
Which the left is also pushing now. You know that New York Times article that came out? It's hilarious how they're pushing this at the same time that the New York Times comes out, well, perhaps the time for cannibalism is now. Do you think you can stomach it? You people fucking weird?
All right.
I hope that was just a clickbait title.
No.
I pray.
But literally, they're telling us what they want the world to look like in little snippets. And only guys like you, me, and a few other channels are seeing this and going, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is bad.
That could explain why we keep, every time we gain a little bit of ground, magically we lose like 500 subscribers.
Yep.
It's amazing how that works. It is a consistent pattern. I'm not saying that anybody's trying to keep us down or anything, but it is a coincidence, and it's kind of difficult to ignore.
Well, and here's the reason they're doing that is we are ripping apart their narratives, and then we give you the sources, studies, stats.
Yep.
Underneath every single video.
Well, at least we used to, before YouTube started punishing channels for having too many links in the description. Isn't it amazing how that works? Channels like ours, we give you all the sources. Well, that's not good. We need to start punishing channels for having too many links in the description. It's almost like they look and they see what's working for the creators that they don't like, and then they change the community guidelines just to edge them out a little bit. We're filing off edges pretty soon. Even the round people are going to be falling off.
And guess what? YouTube has made, by what they're doing, they have literally created, through their fucking actions, at least 8 other video platforms that are in direct competition with them.
Yep.
Number 1 is Rumble.
Boom. Speaking of which, let's see, 699 watching on YouTube, 602 watching on Rumble.
Okay.
We're pretty head-to-head right now.
Yeah, all right.
I like it. If you guys are not watching us on New Tech, not only are you fucking up by the numbers because you're giving money to a platform that hates you, but also you're missing out on 2 extra videos a week. What are you doing? Today's video was one hell of a humdinger about teachers' unions, a story that goes back to the 80s. If you haven't watched it, bring a bottle of this. You're going to need it. You're going to absolutely need it. Unlike these poor children who don't get to grow up, because if she's on a diet, you're on a diet. And how long have we known this for? Well, at the very least, since February 10th of 2014. And I'm with this person. Let me say that I respect the choice of an adult to make a diet decision.
Correct.
If you want to ravage your health with
ahead.
a long-term vegan diet, you go right ahead. Yep. I don't care. Just like I don't care if people use hard drugs. As long as you're not making life difficult for at least one other person, I don't care.
Or you're not selling them.
Yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want. Doesn't matter to me. But, yeah, this is not good.
Look at this shit. There's and they're bringing up the B12 again.
Yep. B12.
And listen, it just because you take B12 doesn't mean your body's going to absorb it. B12 is a very tricky vitamin. You have to take it along with food that it's found in for your body to activate all of the enzymes to absorb it.
B12 deficiency in a growing child can lead to permanent mental retardation, neurological disorders, tremors, stunted growth, delayed cognitive development, and cerebral atrophy.
That's
kind of like forcing children in school to wear a mask.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Vitamin A, iron, vitamin D.
Hang on.
What can add? Let's see.
Vitamin D. What are
tooth grow, delay, and decay. Neurological disorders, including seizures, rickets, which is always fun to say, but not so much fun to have.
And lack of vitamin D for long enough causes MS.
Yep. Soft bones, bone deficiencies, eventually osteoporosis, or MS, like you said. Increased susceptibility to infection, respiratory disorders, irritability, aggression, and depression. Rickets, again. Poor growth, muscle spasms, diabetes, and cancer. The big C word. You know, it's almost like by pushing a diet with detrimental side effects like this, they're trying to create big pharmaceutical customers?
Well, no. I'm going to be honest. After what I've seen in the past 2.5 years from Big Pharma, I wouldn't put it past them.
Exactly. Ugh. And then, of course, the crowning achievement. This is my favorite article in the whole bunch. I encourage you to go onto the website, give the link a click, and read it. Is veganism a mental disorder? All animals have the same body parts. Go vegan. Yeah. PETA, you gave up your right to be listened to a long time ago when you started throwing blood on people who wore fur coats.
Oh, no. The story is right along those lines.
I give you the floor.
All right. So, a ranger buddy of mine, he liked to dress up with a little bling. And he's, not melanin challenged. And he was wearing a jacket. And I think it was in Ohio. He was home on leave. And somebody threw some shit on it. And it was some paint or dye or something. He didn't really know, but it said it smelled bad and it ruined the fur. He turns
Maybe it was
around
cum jewelry.
and he sees the girl with his still holding the cup. He takes 2 steps and just blasts her right in the fucking face. Knocked out 4 of her teeth up here, concussion. And the cops show up, and there's yeah, she threw fucking this liquid on me. I don't know what it fucking was. I defended myself. They're like, you can go.
You can go.
Yeah, that's he told me a story, and I'm like, I might have done the same thing. Maybe I wouldn't have punched her that hard. And I'll probably let her, give her a nice body shot, and let her roll around on the ground in agony, and then leave. But, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh man, this article is freaking hilarious. If you ever met a PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals member, you too have probably thought of the phrase, there goes the neighborhood. In the past, PETA vegan activists threw blood on people with fur coats. There you go. More recently, vegans have invaded restaurants and grocery stores to yell and harass the public who want to enjoy a BLT or buy some pork loin. Mm-hmm. They're an anti-meat version of the Westboro Baptist Church. These veganistas are involved in some kind of a twisted morality. The Humane Society of the United States Food Policy Director has compared farms to Nazi concentration camps. Uh-huh. And the rest of us who eat burgers will supposedly be part of a revised history aligned with slave traders and barbarians.
I know. Look, it's all blame and shame, make you feel bad for it.
Yep.
They don't seem to understand. Nothing on earth is free.
No.
Something has to die so you could fucking stay living.
Absolutely.
It's just the way it works. There's no evil in it. Now, granted, if you run a farm and you treat your animals poorly and they're all fucked up, then yeah, somebody should probably put their boot on your neck.
Yep.
All right, but if you're doing everything to standard, trying to be humane all the way through the process, I don't see a problem with that. I don't.
No. And back to this.
Because I love steak.
Oh, me. I love some steak.
God, I love me some steak.
Oh, man. My neighbor, 2 doors down, smoked some ribs last week. Oh, that was a very, very good night. We went through a half a bottle of this.
Yeah, I drank some
Good
vodka the other night. And so I pretty much gave up hard liquor. I haven't had a hard liquor drink.
Pretty much.
In
hard liquor.
Well, I haven't had more than 2 units of hard liquor in one day for 5 months.
Gotcha.
But the other night, the bottle was a little too close. I woke up and I was like,
oh, no, you just did that, didn't you?
I felt
in
terrible.
Full screen, you made this gesture. Meme lords, do your worst.
You fuckers! That was. I walked into that. It's my own fault.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Oh, I love this. Consider one theory. This is kind of compacting everything we've already talked about. Our bodies require B12 for proper brain function. B12 is only found naturally in animal products. It's possible to get it through supplements, but as many as 92% of vegans are deficient in B12, according to the Daily Mail. Vegans are also at risk of deficiencies in iron, calcium, and omega-3s.
Oh, yeah. Omega-3 is very, very important.
Yes, it is. And as one nutritionist recently explained to the paper, B12 deficiency can lead to fatigue, megaloblastic anemia.
I have no idea what the fuck is that.
I'll look it up. Early dementia, increased risk of heart disease, nerve dysfunction, forgetfulness, lack of coordination, and psychiatric disorders.
Yeah, forgetfulness. Fuck that. I don't need that. I already have enough of that.
But, we're the bigots, we're the problem, and we're the ones indulging in an unhealthy diet that's going to kill the planet.
Uh-huh. And,
Sure.
they're probably like, you want to kill people because eating meat's unhealthy. Fuck off and suck a dick.
Suck a dick. So megaloblastic anemia is a form of microcytic anemia, blood disorder that happens when your bone marrow produces stem cells that make abnormally large red blood cells.
Okay.
Megaloblastic anemia is a type of vitamin deficiency anemia that happens when you don't get enough B12 or B9. Healthcare providers treat it with B12 and B9 supplements. Like I said about your supplements, you have to have a peel meal just to survive as a vegan.
Well, I already...
You already do that.
I already do that, but, you know.
Well, you got to treat your meat suit with respect.
Well, listen, this is the only meat suit you're going to get for this go-around.
Yeah.
And if you want it to last to the time where you fall into the grave fully expended, take care of your meat suit. At least a little.
Do it.
Oh, here we go. Vegan. Oh, no.
I am hitting up Amr really quick because MGTOW.tv is crapping the fuck out.
Okay.
I can't get anything to load on it.
All right.
So, anybody out there in the YouTube or the Rumble chat who's also on MGTOW.tv, let me know if it's working for you because it has shit the bed over here.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
It's never fun.
We broke the internet.
But they're not mentally defunct. You know that they're better than you, right? They don't do really weird shit or anything when they go out in public and condemn you.
Listen, what's going to happen here? All right, we're already having law and order breakdown. We're seeing all kinds of crazy shit in these big blue districts and big blue cities. Sooner or later, people are going to get fucking sick of it, and they're going to start taking the law into their own hands.
Yep.
Now, listen, there's really no difference between somebody walking into your store and then taking something and walking out, and then somebody else coming in your store, destroying it on, because of reasons, and leaving. You're still denied the product.
Yep.
All right. So guess what's going to happen? People are going to get, I'm just pouring out milk, and they're going to get the 12-gauge surprise.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because you can only harass people when they're out in public so many times, and especially in states where many states now where constitutional carry is the law of the land.
Correct.
Sooner or later, you're going to fuck around and find out.
Well, my thing is this. I mean, if you own a store and people come in there and they're destroying your products and there's no police around, you're going to have to take matters in your own hands because guess what? Insurance companies are no longer paying for that damage.
You're damn right.
Especially when the police force shuts down.
Yeah.
So.
Bunch of shit. But here it is. Vegan protesters pour out a bunch of milk at a cafe, inevitably causing more production of delicious cow's milk.
But, I mean, look at that.
What is this supposed to do? At this point, the cows have already been... They've already been milked. They want to protest the facilities. What is this going to do?
Well, I'll tell you what it's going to do. It's going to wind up with them, getting a couple knuckle sandwiches and dragged out by their fucking hair and then arrested.
I mean, if they loved cows as much as they claim to love kids, they'd be going over to these farms and massaging those udders, sucking on each and every one of them. But they totally don't want to do that to your kids.
No. Now look at this.
Yeah, let's just waste something. So basically, all of the so-called suffering that these animals go through in order to produce this for humans now means nothing.
And look at this. Like what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, see,
Is this in England?
Rational people look at this and think, what the hell are you doing?
That's right. It's got to be...
Oh, good. Somebody finally stepped in and has taken him out. Good.
And you know what?
Oh, you can smell the soy coming off of those dudes.
Correct.
Well, men in name only.
And you know what?
What, he spilled? That guy fall in the milk?
I don't know.
It's like his whole side is drenched. Oh, and then, of course, this person, oh, he killed me. He killed me.
And you know what? You walk right up to them when they're laying on the ground like that. You grab a handful of their fucking hair and you drag them the fuck out. God damn it. It's making me mad.
Oh, he's getting spun up over here. Spun up pop. Hang on. You know, it's been a long time since I played the clip. So I want you to just just mean mug of the camera for me just for a second here.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
But
Now listen, I you can protest. I'm not telling you can't protest, but don't destroy shit to do it. That's not protesting.
no, it's not protesting. It's being a piece
Vandalism.
of shit. Yeah, it's vandalism, and you're being a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be honest. Let's call it exactly what it is. You're being a piece of shit. It's not good for anybody. But how do you handle it when you're confronted with these batshit insane supposed animal worshippers who still like to get meat slapped across their grill on a regular basis, if you know what I mean? You can just do what this guy did. If you guys who are Salty Cracker fans, you've probably already seen this, but it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
This champ calmly eats a meat kebab in front of vegan activists that were spraying fake blood on New York City sidewalks. I'm just going to let it play out because this is
But look,
amazing.
listen, this
Make
is
sure that's the
nothing
right
but
one.
Western world white people problems.
Yep.
It's so dumb.
There it is. Look at this. What is this? And the thing is, they're literally walking around with, I mean, it could be real blood for all we know.
Yeah, we don't know.
If it is, then yeah.
That's a biohazard.
Now, as you listen to the insults that are hurled at this guy, tell me you're a feminist without admitting that you're a feminist.
Here we go.
What do you think you are? You're just a coward. You're a coward. You're a spy. You're embarrassing me. What am I going to do? Nothing. You're going to die on your own.
Oh, it feels good. You and your small. You're way.
This guy's in jail!
Killing animals, and it feels good for the vegans. Huh? You have all the blood on your face and all the blood on your hands. It feels good.
It took less than 20 seconds for her to say small dick twice.
Yeah.
This is all they have.
That's all you got.
But you know what? He's not deficient in B12.
Nope.
He's not going to die an early death with his
Okay.
health ravaged and his liver enzymes all fucked up.
This is what I'm envisioning here moving forward, right? All right, we have all these people already who have a mental disorder because they're liberals. All right, 1 in 4 people are on head meds. Now, what do you think is going to happen to the mental health of these people when they're old? They're surrounded by cats. They already have a mental illness. It's compounded by lack of B12 and other nutrients. And that leishmaniasis, which is prevalent in cats and cat shit. And it actually infects your brain.
Not good.
What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be bad.
Not a whole hell of a lot.
be a
Arrow
slow-
Shogun is showing some fantastic butt gifs over on MGTOW.tv. This is what I say when you guys are missing out on new tech. Holy cow. He said, I'm not changing the butt image. I beg to differ. Boom. Check that out. Now that's flexible and expensive.
I don't need that much problems.
But this dude is a fucking legend. Somebody
Oh, yeah.
make him a gold medal. He deserves it.
And, like, the only reason this is happening is because people have never actually had to worry about food. They've never starved. They've never gone hungry. At any given moment, you can go to any corner with a fast food restaurant there and eat a meal equivalent to a fucking king in the Middle Ages. And you could do that 3 times a fucking day. No one will say shit to you because of body positivity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking insane. Listen, I love to eat. I got it. I mean, I would never be one of those guys that doesn't eat or well, maybe I would do a hunger strike if I could. But, I'm just saying, I like to eat.
It's hilarious. I'm actually kind of shocked that the body positivity activists and the vegans haven't started eating each other. Because have you ever seen a fat vegan?
Nope.
Not for very long, if you have, because you had a couple of buddies who had to do the vegan diet for a little while. They lost a bunch of weight.
38
Yeah.
fucking pounds the guy lost in 5 months.
Yeah. And then they went back to a traditional diet so that it wouldn't ravage their health long
Correct.
term.
Yeah, and he gained back some of that weight, but I think he gained back like 8 pounds.
Yeah.
But, he did the vegan thing for like 5 months, came off of it, 90 days, went back on it, lost more. I mean, he went on and off of it. I think he is at his target weight he was going for, which was 215.
Nice.
And he's maintained it, and because that was like over a decade ago.
Yeah, Lizzo is not rocking the vegan diet.
No.
Just saying, when are these two groups of leftoids going to start butting heads? Because obviously the vegans are fat shaming you. I mean, look at how skinny they are.
Yeah, I know.
They're emaciated. They look like Holocaust survivors. Why do you think I chose the cover photo of Christian Bale from The Machinist when he was like 130 pounds? It's because that's what these people look like when they're at their healthiest.
Well, I mean, they're not getting what their body needs.
No.
And listen, your body is very resilient. It will look for any way to use what you put into it efficiently.
Yes.
But at some point, if you just don't have the building blocks or the essential nutrients to make shit happen, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. You're not going to be able to maintain it, and you will become ill, and it will fuck you up.
Yeah. I mean, just like I said, that interview with Lierre Keith about how veganism destroyed her health and the stuff that she eats now to try to get her body back on track. She's eating like raw kidneys and hearts and stuff. Like, whoa!
Yeah, I'm not a fan of organ meats.
Well, there are a lot of really densely packed, nutrients in those parts, and sometimes it's better to eat them raw than it is to cook them because you can cook out a lot of those things because they can be contained in that fibrous tissue and it breaks down when you cook it.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'm not saying it sounds delicious. Just saying I get it.
I get it. I myself can't do that, but that's fine.
No, not so much.
Well, okay. Now, I would probably eat that stuff if I was as hungry as I was after I got done with Florida phase and Ranger School. Because I was so fucking hungry in that phase. I ate dog food.
Well, you look like a Holocaust survivor.
It was fucking horrible. So, and I hear people like, I would never eat that. You don't know what you're fucking talking about because you've never been fucking really hungry. Guess what? When you're really fucking hungry, you will fucking kill it and then suck the marrow out of the goddamn bones and make stew out of it and eat that. So shut up! I'm serious, man. You will fucking idiot.
He's not testy about it or anything. It's fine.
Well, no, because I've had to deal with,
Well, you've been genuinely hungry.
Well, I've had to
like
deal
drinking water with mosquito larvae in it.
Well, I've actually dealt with Vegunts before. I can't fucking stand them. Fucking assholes. Like in the Q course where they shoot the goats.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what they do is they take the goat, they immobilize it, they have an M16, they hit it, and then the medics have to come in and stabilize the goat and keep it alive, I think, for 18 hours. And then they take it, they basically give the goat the hot shot, and they take it and they throw it right in the crematory.
Oh.
Now, this was on Fort Bragg. I'm in the Q course. There's 150 fucking people protesting that are from PETA. They're blocking our way to try. I'm trying to get to class, and they're like, I'm trying to walk around these people, and finally, my sergeant major is just like, light them up, and like 80 guys. I mean, it was a huge incident.
That's awesome.
Because like we run 5 miles a day. We're fucking training to be Green Berets. What do you think is going to happen to the liberal fucking fucktards? Yeah, they're going to get tuned up. And they
try
did.
to stand between genuinely hungry people and their meat, see what happens.
The thing, I don't know. This is stupid.
Just like trying to stand between Pop Sex in a bar and her meat. See what happens.
You're going to get me sued. Stop. Stop, man. You're going to get me sued.
I'm very specific about my wording now. You've drilled it into my thinking meat. I can't even think of her as a expatriated, withdrawn, indignant fornicator entertainer anymore. She's just the ex. But what do you say we read the YouTube chats before we jump over to new tech and start some fucked up but funny?
Yeah, let's do this.
I will show you one fucked up but funny just to give you guys an idea of what's waiting for you on the other side. Let me find it.
All right.
Oh, yeah, this is my favorite.
Mayonnaise bird.
Oh.
This is mayonnaise bird duty prank. This is far too much fun.
This is some shit I would do.
I explained this to him before the stream because it's so damn funny.
Mayonnaise bird duty.
In the area so dirty, they pull all my body like that.
That's some shit I would do right there.
Yep.
That is, it's comedy
Oh,
gold.
that's right up there with that the shit prank from Tuesday that Fan I Am sent in. That was glory.
Dude, if you find more videos like that, send them to us because that shit was fucking hilarious.
Oh man, yes. Send us. We're gonna do another Make Pop Puke stream.
Please don't.
So send in your videos. I mean, give us your best shot. If you can get me to gag, I'll give you guys like a free book or something. Pop's already like trying to fight it.
Sometimes I'm nauseous when I leave here, so it's not funny.
Got Alex Patino on YouTube. Like kosher cooking, you can't cook meat or use a dish that held dairy. Can't eat dairy or meat together until one or the other has been processed. I would go crazy with all the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're BS.
No, a lot of those rules are based or came into effect because back in the day, people would eat stuff and fucking die.
Yeah.
All right, so. But now we have saran wrap and refrigerators, and we can cook shit, freeze dry. I mean, it's fucking amazing what we can do to make our food last.
Yeah.
We even add chemicals to it that keep you from decomposing after you've eaten it for 20 some odd years or more.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. Mars Gundam with a $20 donation.
Thank you.
Very much. Rose M, that's Foobob. My toddler helps water the garden, watches me process our meat rabbits, and asks for the giblets by name. Kids are the future. Amen.
Yep.
Michael Simmons, the U.S. is the 6th producer of horse meat in the world.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Rat bastards.
All right.
King of Sharks with a $50 super chat.
Thank you.
We're not worthy!
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You know, the left is going too far when my leftoid boss finally realized that Brandon can lead the country like the Hindenburg can fly. I couldn't believe he said that. We are winning. Walk tall, you time-traveling hobgoblins.
Boom! Yeah.
And, of course, by request.
You bastards.
And Irish Lever 7745. How you gonna breastfeed me? You ain't got no breasts.
You cut them off.
Zipper tits.
Oh my god! Listen, I'm a fan of boobs.
So am I.
I love boobs.
Yeah, Ellen Page used to have some nice ones. I saw the nude scene with her and Kate Mara. It was quite fantastic. Now I look at her, and this is what I think. And yes, I said her because that's exactly what she is.
Correct. Yep. We boil it down to their DNA.
Yeah, you can implant the abs all you want. You're still a chick. You look like shit. You're still a chick.
All right.
There are no chicks with dicks.
I'm just saying.
Only guys with tits.
I just think mutilating your body because you have a twisted body image, that's as bad as, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's the new lobotomy.
Yeah. It's... God.
And listen, my heart goes out to this person, and I hope they get the help that they need.
Yeah, I really want them to get help.
Wow.
And the affirming care is not help.
No.
Did a whole video on that on Tuesday. Again, new tech only.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
But you actually get to see what it looks like when they try to fashion the
phallus.
The sad snuffleupagus, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The synthetic phallus.
Totally natural. Looks totally natural.
Nah.
Don't forget to dilate.
Ugh.
Well, that is all of the YouTube chats.
Okay.
And we got some fucked up but funny coming around the corner. But did we look at that one already?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, hang on. Last one here for
the
YouTube.
ponytail's pretty good. Okay, just the way she's doing that. When I mean, she's projecting an image into my mind that says "bitch."
She's definitely got the resting bitch face going on.
Yep.
All right. Follow us to New Tech, because I said so. If you're on YouTube, look for those links in the chat. We are going to empty our squirrel bladders because we've been drinking some whiskey and other things. And we're not even going to be able to get to all the videos that I have tonight because there are so damn many. But the plan is to go until 9:30 with the videos. So we will see you in 5. See you on New Tech. Look for those links. Be back in a bit.
All right.